why storytelling and film is important. I'm back with another one. This is the start of the year 2020, and I'm coming at you with just another short episode. Still looking for the guests, so I'm gonna bring you something every week, whether it's just me talking about why film is important, or if it's with a guest that I talk with over a certain topic or project that they're working on as well. I'm always working on bringing on new guests, but I'd like to discuss another reason why film is important. And I'd like to bring on the idea to talk about the mass storytelling going on around the world these days for the last decade and a little beyond, since social media began. When that all got started, Facebook, 2006, when it was just colleges and college campuses, students only had access to their particular network. There was a lot more privacy involved back then. And what it has evolved into, where a lot it's to me it's more like the mass production of over the air, but it's except over the internet content distribution, and everyone has the ability to create their story, their video. They can go live anytime they want. They can live stream on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope if you use Periscope, Twitch. That's a big live streaming platform that's becoming more big each day. And they have all access to all this ability, and I'm leaving out the newest one that's just coming about. I'm drawing a blank on it right now. What's it called? It is actually called the app that I was referring to is TikTok, and that's just starting to make its rounds this last year, and maybe a little even beyond, where you can mess around and play with and manipulate video a lot more than you can as in Instagram stories or even Snapchat. It seems like it's kind of taken over what Snapchat was. But regardless, with all these platforms, you log in, you create a user account, and each user has that ability to create their story. And you hear it all the time about longtime users deactivating, deleting, removing, whatever you want to call it. And when I hear that, when people do that, it's like, what are you doing? Are you understanding like what is right at your fingertips? And my only guess is they don't, because you remove that, and the way I see it, you give up your excuse to complain about content being created that you're just consuming, not being on that specific platform like social media, and you're consuming, you're watching this content. You give up your right to complain or speak your mind about a specific piece of content when you give up that ability to create it yourself or create your own piece. It baffles my mind why someone would want to create it and then maybe years later remove it and just remove it. I created all my accounts. Yeah, I stopped being active on certain ones for a time being. Twitter for a while. Although I got back on Twitter. Twitter is my favorite to like watch and listen to sports. Twitter is my sports and my live news update. That's how I actually get my breaking news. Honestly. Not on the TV with news and local newscasts these days. That's where it's at. Twitter, that's breaking news, your sports, your live updates, up to the minute, up to the second. And Facebook is more for memories. You're more for a little more long form. That's where Facebook Watch is. And you can have like 15-minute shows on Facebook Watch that you can consume on there. You can and you can control what you see through there as well. So social media, the way it's evolved, is a big reason why film is still important today. And when we start using these mediums properly, it's going to be way more interactive amongst the user, amongst all the mass creators. You can create on a mass scale, from going live to just record it. If you can edit a piece and then upload it later and do a little post to it and then upload it at a later time. Doesn't have to be live. It can be live, recorded, taped, whatever you want to call it. We have a huge advantage from this last decade with the way video turned out on social media. We have the power now to tell our stories the way we want to tell it. Whether you're blogging, whether you're going live, whether you're podcasting, that's for another episode one day. Talk about that, but I mean it's along the same lines, podcasting. But that's another filmmaking story, why it's important.